everyone. It's your boy Dave.
Yeah, boy!
And with me, as always, is the hype man, Shane.
So fucking hyped because my computer thinks it's an hour later than it is.
And it is not,
Yeah, that's...
but it thinks it is.
Yeah, it thinks it is because it's dumb. My computer is real dumb.
You heard it here first. Computers are dumb.
This one is.
That one. AKA the Shane board.
Beep.
We're getting weird already, folks.
Yeah, man. That's what we're here for.
Damn right. That's all I'm here for. Also with us is the rambling man, Russell.
Hey, yo, Dave, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you, pal?
I'm doing good, man.
Good.
Yeah,
I missed you.
missed you too.
Do we ramble more? What do we do?
Nah, let's get the show on the road.
Okay, cool. AKA Russell Mania.
Oh, yeah.
I love when his vein pops every time he does it.
Yeah.
You make my vein pop.
Oh, don't tell your wife.
Yeah.
This is the DQP Weekly, where we talk about news, movie news, death.
Yeah.
Talk about death.
Yeah, a lot of death today.
Yeah, we talk about games though.
We do. Video games. We
Video
got some of
games.
that.
Board games?
Board
Board
games.
games. We got some of that.
Wrestling. We talk about wrestling
Yep.
sometimes.
Yeah.
Jesus. Yeah.
Eh,
Cell phone games.
Cell phone games.
Got a little bit of that today.
yeah.
Dicks probably at some point.
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. I don't
Shake gets stoked for dicks.
know. Stoked for dicks.
Name of the episode?
Stoked for dicks?
Stoked for dicks.
I don't know about that.
Stoked for Johnsons. We got headlines, right?
Yep.
The show goes the same way every week, Dave.
Sometimes we have correspondence, and that's before the headlines. I'm learning.
You're right.
Okay.
You're right. But today we have headlines. And up first on headlines on Tuesday, which is today for us, not for you, but for us. On Tuesday, November 15th, Jay Leno was involved in a serious
yeah.
accident involving his car catching on fire.
Which one?
It's a
I
good
don't
question.
think they said which car it was.
I could not find which car it was. At 4 p.m. today, as of this recording, Leno has released this statement. I got some serious burns from a gasoline fire. I am okay, just need a week or two to get back on my feet. Jay was in a Burbank garage where the known car collector stores his cars when one of them, without warning, burst into flames.
Jesus.
Jay suffered burns to the side of his face, but luckily the fire did not penetrate his eyes or ears.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's
It's
insane.
real close. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
He was admitted to the burn ward.
I didn't know that
So-
cars just will randomly catch fire. Now I'm scared to go by my car.
They don't
Probably
really
fine.
randomly catch fire. It's
Yeah.
usually like there's a problem with it
Right.
that has not been noticed or has been ignored.
Yeah. Or it's smoking cigarettes
Yeah.
Yeah.
near
Yeah.
oil rags.
Yeah. But Jay's doing all right.
Yeah, that's
It's
good.
good.
So he should be back to normal. He
Glad
did have to
he didn't
cancel.
Die or anything.
Yeah. He did have to cancel all of his engagements for the next couple weeks. So
Yeah.
he had a few appearances he was supposed to make. One was a car show. And
And now he's terrified of cars. So.
I doubt it.
Yeah, he's been like in some pretty serious accidents and stuff before too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. He's a car guy, like through and through.
He's used to it.
Yeah.
I don't know about like burning. He's probably not used to being on
Sometimes
fire.
cars burn you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully he makes a speedy recovery.
Yeah.
Burns suck.
Yeah. Especially gasoline burns.
On your
Yeah.
face.
Yeah. Up next, Indian blockbuster RRR, which I've only mentioned a few times, has a sequel in the works. The director has confirmed this news today.
Pretty sure
Nice.
you've mentioned it like the last 4 episodes in a row.
Yeah, usually, just hit me.
With what?
feelings, joy, happiness,
Oh.
sadness.
Oh, I thought you wanted us to hit you.
Anger.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
gonna
no,
throw
no.
my mic at you.
No, the movie just hit me.
I still need to watch it.
You do. It's wild.
I got a new TV I can watch it on.
Yeah. Up next, I got some comic book news.
Yeah,
Ready for comic
yeah.
book news. Shane's gonna love this.
Why am I yawning?
I don't know. It's comic book news. Wake up.
Yeah.
All right,
You love comic books,
I
remember?
do.
Remember?
I'm trying to be hype. I'm sorry.
Cosmic Ghost Rider is set to ride again.
Hell yes.
He returns with a new Marvel ongoing series. I know you didn't ask me for the synopsis, but I had time.
Hey,
so I
what's the
found it.
synopsis?
Hey. So you ask what the synopsis is?
Yeah.
In a far-flung corner of deep space, Frank Castle has eked out a quiet existence. His days as Cosmic Ghost Rider finally behind him. But across the universe, a vicious bounty hunter is leaving a trail of bodies in his wake. And his name is Cosmic Ghost Rider.
Oh, fuck.
When Frank's peaceful existence is shattered, he must suit up once more and face his most savage enemy yet, himself.
Okay.
Be there for the start of a sprawling space adventure with shocking twists and turns in the saga of Cosmic Ghost Rider.
Do you have any idea who Cosmic Ghost Rider is?
I was gonna ask. I do not.
Okay.
You said Frank Castle.
Yeah.
I know who that is.
So, like, the world ends, right?
Oh, bummer.
And Frank is one of the last people alive.
That's a scary fucking thought.
And he dies, and then he makes a deal with Mephisto to come back. So then he's Ghost Rider. Punisher becomes Ghost Rider,
Whoa. Okay.
and then he's like one of the last people around when Galactus is finally like, "There's nobody fucking left. I'm gonna go eat Earth now." And so he's there, and he like tries to stop Galactus, and Galactus is like, you can become one of my new heralds. So then he becomes a herald of Galactus and a Ghost Rider, and it's Punisher.
Holy shit.
and then there's a whole story of he becomes like Thanos's dog.
What?
Yeah. Because that's from he originally appears in a Thanos story, where it's like, I think it's called like Thanos Wins or something.
Mm-hmm.
And Thanos wins. He like kills everything in the universe basically.
Hence the name.
And he's like old and dying and just like tired of being around and shit. Yeah. It's a good book. You should check it out.
I'm gonna have to, because that sounds wild.
Yeah.
And there's a new one coming out. I'm recently started collecting comics again.
Yeah. There's another Ghost Rider or Cosmic Ghost Rider book after the Thanos thing, where he tries to go back. He tries to do the kill baby Hitler thing
Okay.
on Thanos.
Oh shit. Kill baby Thanos?
Yeah, kill baby Thanos. And then he can't do it. So then he like raises Thanos. And it's worse. Because then Thanos, it's like Thanos. It's Thanos raised by the Punisher.
Jesus. Here you go, kid. Here's a clock.
Yeah, no, it's fucked up. The whole thing is fucked up.
Yeah.
There's a Juggerduck in it.
What?
Dude, the whole thing is fucking wacky as hell. You should read it. It's
I'm
fucking great.
Gonna read that.
Yeah, it's really good. It's totally wacky and has like nothing to do with anything else, really, but like it's still fun.
Really?
It's super fun.
I'm gonna have to read that and maybe check out this new series.
Yeah, if you read that, definitely check out the new one. Up next for headlines, Margot Robbie says her Pirates of the Caribbean... Margot Robbie
Caribbean.
says her Pirates of the Caribbean film isn't happening. States that Disney apparently just doesn't want to do it.
Yeah.
The hell, Disney? Don't
Yeah.
you like money?
Not even like Dead in the Water, just like...
They're like, nah.
Does,
Dead
like,
in the water.
Boat stuff.
Do you have the other Disney news on there?
I have another thing semi-related to Disney.
I hope it's Darkwing Duck.
Does it involve Scream Queen Jamie Lee Curtis?
No.
Well, I'll let you tell yours after this one.
No, because it has to do with this one.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
What's the other one then?
I think maybe they're cutting budget like WB is, because they are announcing a series of layoffs soon. Disney is.
So if you go back like 13 weeks in our episodes, there's an episode where I talk about how like we're in a recession when Hollywood starts cutting budgets.
Uh-huh.
So like this is number 2.
Yeah.
So I don't care what the fucking Fed says. Clearly, we're in a recession.
Yeah. Or at least at the beginning of one.
Are they gonna lay off like Goofy and
Yeah.
Pluto's probably out of a job already.
Yeah, no, they'll keep Pluto. They'll definitely
Pluto.
fire Goofy.
Fire
though.
Goofy, keep Pluto.
Yeah.
That makes sense. What about Donald?
I mean, you can't fire Donald. He's a veteran.
That's true. You can't fire Donald.
He actually has a real military record.
But if anyone was gonna fire Donald,
It'd be Disney.
That's true. But you know that, right?
No.
Donald has a real military record.
Does he really?
Yeah. He is like actually recognized by the US government for like some of the propaganda and stuff that he was involved in.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Whoa.
that's pretty crazy.
It's about time to lay off Donald.
Yeah, he'll get all those sweet VA benefits.
Scrooge McDuck, he's gone, right?
He's the one that's
He's
telling
laying
him
everyone off.
yeah, he's the one doing the laying off.
Sorry, we don't have to keep doing this bit. Sorry, keep going.
I don't know, man. It was a good duck and bit.
Oh, this guy.
Oh,
This fucking guy.
Oh boy. Move on, please.
Scream Queen, Jamie Lee Curtis, and thing I probably shouldn't say, Lindsay Lohan are set on making a Freaky Friday sequel.
Okay.
Disney says it is interested. Probably because they know it will make money.
They're going to spend money on that?
On Too Freaky 2 Friday.
I don't know. I was also reading that people think that Margot Robbie is like
Slowly losing her mind.
well, also like box office poison. That concept is weird to me, but
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
well, no, just the concept of box office poison is weird to me, but like her they were specifically talking about Barbie going to be a flop because
well, that's not going to be
Ryan
her
Gosling
fault.
and her are both box office poison. Not that they're not involved in good movies.
Yeah.
It's the fact that the movies that they are in usually don't make a lot of money.
That's weird. Because everyone loves Ryan Gosling. Everyone
it's
loves
true.
Margot Robbie.
It's true though. Like a lot of the movies that they're in don't make a lot of money,
I guess
Yeah.
you're right.
especially when they're the leads.
Yeah, that's weird.
So like
Super
that could be
weird.
like a combination of those two things.
Yeah. I mean, I think the Barbie movie's going to flop for other reasons, but
Because it's a Barbie movie.
yeah.
I don't know.
Does Ken not have a dick in it?
I mean, it's Ryan Gosling, so they're real
Up for
people, though.
debate.
I believe.
They're real people,
I
but
think they're supposed to be real people.
based. So
I
is
don't
it
know. I don't know what the
the
fuck
toy
that
based on these real people?
I don't know if like they got turned into real people and they're trying to exist in real life in modern times, or like what the fuck this like.
I think it's just the thing that we hate where they're like, hey, we wrote a story and this, like, let's put a popular brand on top of it. And
I don't know. I don't know. I'm interested in watching it just because I think it's going to be fucking wacky and a train wreck.
Yeah,
But-
I think so too. I'm definitely going to watch it from the comfort of my couch.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Not going to go to the theater. See their box office poison.
Confirmed.
Confirmed.
Yeah. I mean, I like both of them.
Yeah.
Like a lot.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. That is interesting.
I don't know.
But yeah. So that's all I got for headlines.
Oh, okay.
I'm interested in a Freaky Friday sequel, especially with older versions of the same characters.
Yeah, I never watched
That
it.
seems super interesting to me.
Has Lindsay Lohan gotten better?
I think so.
There for a while, she was.
Yeah, which is why I chose not to say what I almost said.
Okay.
I mean,
I just hope she's doing okay. I wasn't trying
probably
to.
got
she's
as much
doing all right.
plastic as Barbie does.
She could be Barbie.
Like trashy Barbie.
Isn't
I
that
don't
just Barbie?
It's like her and MGK like make me ill. Them like talking to each other and stuff.
That Lindsay Lohan? You mean Megan?
No, that's Megan
Fox?
Fox. I don't
Yeah,
know who I'm talking
okay.
about anymore.
I was
They're
confused.
both like similar age and like both like fell into a trailer park and like hit all the needles on the way.
Oh!
He's not wrong. It's not wrong.
I wasn't going to say it, so you had to, huh?
I'm sorry.
Canceled.
Anyway, so next we have Memento Mori.
Yeah.
Yay.
Getting sad.
Yeah, we're going to get real sad today. So the first one I've got is from the 11th, Gallagher, comedian known for Smash. These are titles right from Variety. Comedian known for smashing watermelons dies at 76. They just distilled his whole personality into smashing watermelons.
That's what most people remember him, I imagine.
But inventive prop comedian known for smashing watermelons as part of his act died Friday of organ failure. His former manager confirmed to Variety he was 76. He had been in hospice care in California after suffering multiple heart attacks in recent years.
Jesus.
Yeah. So he had not been doing well for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't really heard anything about him in a while.
Yeah.
Well, I guess glad he's at peace.
Yeah.
I don't know how to handle this segment. I don't know why we keep doing it.
I don't know. we started doing it and now we're just doing it.
Now we
Okay.
just do it.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Gallagher.
Yes.
Next one.
This one makes me fucking sad.
No. What does it? Hold on.
Mhm.
Do you know which one's next?
I think so.
On the 14th, John Aniston, Days of Our Lives star and Jennifer Aniston's father dies at 89.
Yeah.
I didn't hear about that one.
He was, if you ever watched Days,
Mm-hmm.
you know who he is. Which I didn't realize that's who he was until I saw pictures of him, and then that he was Jennifer Aniston's dad, and I was just like, nepotism. But John Aniston was Victor in nearly 3,000 episodes.
Oh my God.
Of Days of Our Lives.
Damn.
He died on Friday, November 11th. He was 89.
Yeah.
Greek born. Emmy-nominated actor, was a staple of the NBC soap opera for over 30 years.
Damn, that's impressive.
Yep.
Also appearing on daytime serials Love of Life and Search for Tomorrow. I thought he was awesome in the show. Like he had he was like the old school just cold old man when I watched it with like my mom or with my grandma, or when I had that one summer I told you about where I was like, me and my sister stayed at this other brother and sister's house like every day of the summer. They would watch the soap operas during the day, and sometimes we would watch it with them. And like Victor was cool. I liked Victor. So like it's sad when anybody dies, but like I actually watched this guy's shit.
Yeah.
And he was good.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, she posted I think it was on Instagram, she posted like this super sweet, like kind of heartfelt thing about him and stuff, and like sort of I don't know, I love her, like she just
she's great.
She seems like a genuine person and stuff like that, so like I've like had some feels over it. I was like, oh, damn.
Yeah, that's super sad.
Jen gonna be sad.
Yeah.
So rest in peace, John
Rest in
Aniston.
peace.
Yeah, man. Congratulations on your
An
wildly
epic career.
successful soap opera career.
Yeah.
30 years on soaps. That's
Yeah.
Like, usually it's like 7 episodes, and then it's like, all right, well, time to kill him in the show.
Yeah,
Right.
I think he died several times in the show. Like,
Yeah.
He came back as a zombie?
no, this
Different
is
character?
usually like fake death. He's
Ah,
like, I faked my death so you would admit you cheated on me or whatever, you know?
Yeah. And then, like, all the 50, 60-year-old women wrote into TV Guide and was like, hey, I'm not watching this show anymore. So then
Yeah.
network was like, oh, we really can't survive without you.
Yeah, right.
Just kidding. He wasn't dead.
So the last one is
This is the sad one. I mean, they're all sad. They're all sad.
This is the one that hurts us because
Yes.
we grew up with this man.
Yeah, this one is also real rough.
Kevin Conroy, iconic Batman voice actor, dies at 66 on November 11th. Best known for voicing Batman on Warner Brothers' long-running TV show Batman the Animated Series, has died after a short battle with cancer. He was 66. Originally aired for 85 episodes on Fox Kids from 92 to 95. I mean, we all grew up with Kevin Conroy being Batman.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's like, honestly, like one of the best cartoons, in my opinion, like ever. Definitely the best, like, comic book cartoon. Maybe one of the best comic book anything other than comic books.
Yeah.
I love Kevin Conroy. Him and Mark Hamill against each other was fantastic. Just like,
Yeah.
I missed him already in everything that he wasn't doing.
Yeah.
Because there's so much Batman stuff now. Like, you know, he doesn't do like all the Arkham games and all the other cartoons and shit. And I'm like, I was always like, why isn't it Kevin Conroy? Why isn't he doing it? He's still fucking alive. Now I can't say that. And that makes me super sad.
Yeah. I remember when I saw that, whenever I'm like, oh no, like a little piece of like, it's almost like Batman passed away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super sad.
That's terrible. So rest in peace to Kevin Conroy
rest in
and
peace.
our childhood's Batman.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to watch
fucked.
those again, I think.
Yeah, they're on HBO Max, I
Mhm.
believe. Yeah, I watched through a lot of it recently.
Maybe I'll do that. I've been trying to find I finished a show and I'm trying to figure out what show to watch now.
Yeah. I always think it's weird because like I think I never think it's in the right order because like there's like weird differences in animation and stuff and like but I think it's pretty close on HBO Max. They also like there's a lot of stuff that happened with that show like where they like sent half of it to one animation studio and they sent the other half to a different animation studio and like it looks different and stuff and like different scripters and different directors and stuff for every episode. So like some of them are like amazing
Yeah.
and some of them are like kind of trash.
Right.
But,
Still,
I mean,
watchable.
still good for like a cartoon, but like some of them are like amazing for adult entertainment that is
Yeah.
clean enough for kids to watch, and some
Yeah.
of it is like a good kids cartoon. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like that difference in quality. But like the ones that are that good are so good that it's just like the whole is amazing. But yeah, I'm gonna miss Kevin Conroy.
Me too.
So rest in peace. And that's the end of Memento Mori. Let's get the fuck out of here before we all start crying.
Yeah, it's all really sad. Why do we do this segment?
I don't know.
I mean, it is an important segment.
It
It's
is
true.
an important,
It's true.
important
We
segment.
should discuss the deaths of our heroes.
Yeah. We have recommendations.
Yeah, let's liven it up. Some recommendations.
So I watched a movie on Shudder.
Oh yeah, you have Shudder.
Yeah, because I was like, I have Shudder, I should use it. And their UI is not intuitive.
It's not the worst I've.
No, it's not the
used,
worst.
It's
but
not Hulu.
It's not
Hulu.
Netflix either. Everybody literally just needs to go and like look at how Netflix does it and just steal their fucking interface. Please,
Yes.
God.
Yes.
Anyway,
Yes.
I stumbled upon Vicious Fun. I had seen trailers for it before, and I had wanted to watch it when I saw the trailers before, but like I forgot about it. I see so many trailers and want to watch so many movies, and then I don't.
Right.
And then it doesn't exist to me until I see it on another streaming service. So I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about that movie. I should watch it. Let me pull up the IMDb real quick. It is pretty fun.
Is it vicious fun?
Oh, it's definitely vicious. It came out in 2020. It's rated. It should be rated R, but it's not rated because it was a Shudder original. Maybe.
Most of those like lower budget movies don't have the budget to have it rated because it costs a lot of money.
Yeah. So it's basically about a horror fanzine writer that stumbles upon a gathering of serial killers.
It's like a
Sort of like a self-help thing,
group.
or like a convention. And at first they think he's one of them, and he like kind of bullshits his way through it, and then he eventually fucks up. So then they're like trying to kill him, and it's fun. It's funny.
I liked it. I've seen it before too.
Yeah.
But Shane mentioned like that sounds familiar. Then as soon as he said serial, I'm like, oh yeah, I have seen that.
Yeah. It has some really great character actors that I like in it. It could have been better. It's a really good concept for a comedy horror movie.
Yeah.
And I just feel like it didn't push hard enough in some of the areas that it should have pushed in. But I think it's fun and it's worth a watch. And it's an interesting idea that I don't think has really been done. So
I remember
would
enjoying
recommend
it.
Yeah. I think it's fun. It's definitely fun. It's
Yeah.
not going to get like a 8 or anything.
Right.
But it's a solid like fun 7.
A fun 7.
A fun 7.
That's what I strive to be in my
fun
life.
7.
A fun 7.
I heard you were a fun 7, Dave.
Ooh.
Oh,
Did you?
yeah.
Someone's lying.
There we went. Talking about dicks.
No!
Just in case nobody got the joke.
Or you're not watching when I did the 7-inch hand pantomime. But yeah, I liked it. So you guys should watch it if you have Shudder, or maybe if it's available for rent somewhere else. I don't know. It looks like it says on AMC Plus with Prime Video, so you could probably rent it on Prime.
I'd recommend it as well.
I haven't seen it, so if you like stuff Shane likes, watch it.
Yeah.
I sometimes like things that Shane likes,
I mean,
like Moon Knight.
And you run to the show.
Sorry. Oh no! I ruined everything. I'm sorry.
It's your recommendation, Dave.
I don't like that I made Shane so upset he's not on microphone anymore.
quit the show.
No, don't. I need you. We need that sex appeal on this show.
You are hilarious.
I try. I'm the funny one. So yeah, I know I've talked about it before, so I'll make it real quick.
Yeah.
That I've been watching The Wire.
The Wire.
Yeah, what he said.
There is a reason I did that. I just don't know that anyone else will get it.
I'm confused.
Just keep going,
keep
bud.
going.
Just
Like, ignore me.
truck on through all of his failed jokes. That's just, it works better that way.
Yeah.
It kind of feels like my first show. I should know this by now. Yeah, so I finished The Wire. It's 5 seasons.
Yeah.
It took me a little while to watch it because
You're bad at watching
I'm bad at watching stuff. I forget things.
Yeah.
So it took you 6 months.
Not quite 6 months.
Well, then I'm proud of you.
Thanks. Really good. The show is fantastic. Season 5, like my buddy at work was like, after I watched, he's like, "Do you agree that it's kind of like the filler season? Like it's kind of one of the lackluster ones?" I'm like, yeah, it's still a good season. It really like rounds out the show pretty well.
Yeah.
But as far as like really good seasons, it probably goes for me probably the first season and then the 4th season. And then probably the 3rd, the 2nd, and the 5th.
So you would rank the last season last?
Yeah.
So that's your recommended viewing order?
No, you should watch them in order. Otherwise, you're going to be really confused.
Like, I would think this was good if I had any idea what's going on.
But it's all really cool. There's some characters. There's like probably a handful of characters that make it through the whole show.
Yeah.
There's some really cool side characters that get like, some have really cool arcs. Like there's a character, he starts in the first season, Presbalewski is his name. He starts as a detective. In the first season, like the first 3 episodes, you're like, this guy's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Like his father-in-law is one of the commissioners in the police force, so he's pretty much just got this job because of his dad, because his father-in-law.
Nepotism.
Yeah, nepotism. And like one of the first or second episode, they put this like task force together, and they're like, "You have to take Presbalewski. You have to take him, and for this to work, you have to take him." And like he was, he like shot up his squad car and tried to blame it on on criminals.
Yeah.
Like he's like it's just a worthless cop.
Sure.
In the first couple of episodes, he like they go to the street to kind of like bust these hoppers, they're called, like kids that are selling drugs.
Mm-hmm.
And he ends up pistol whipping this like 14-year-old kid, and he loses an eye. And like, you're
Jesus.
like, fuck this dude. And like the rest of the season, he like they make him take his gun away, and he's just like doing like paperwork and stuff. Yeah. And he starts like kind of sort of redeeming himself. As you could tell, his character is like feels like shit for what he did.
Yeah.
And then in end of season 3, something important happens, so I don't say it in case people watch it. And he ends up quitting. In the 4th season, he becomes a teacher in the school system. And then like completely redeems it. Like he's one of the best characters after that season.
Huh.
So he goes from like this terrible dude, and he like
interesting.
Yeah. He's still like,
doesn't seem like the job for him after he pistol whipped a 14-year-old's eye out.
Right, exactly. But like throughout the first season, because he's basically kind of like their office bitch, but he ends up picking up because he ends up cracking these codes on the wire, and he finds that he kind of falls in love with that kind of stuff, with like puzzle solving and like finding clues and stuff.
Yeah.
And like there's a part where he like the kid comes into the precinct for something unrelated, and like he like sees that kid who's got an eye patch.
Yeah.
And there's a cool scene with him, like you could tell that his character feels like shit about it. So it's a really cool arc for him. Yeah, he should feel bad about it. But there's a lot like that, and then there's a specific character that throughout the entire show that's amazing. Everyone who knows The Wire knows this character. I'll just go ahead and say it. Omar. Have you guys heard of Omar? Yep. Omar is he robs drug dealers.
I like this guy.
Yeah, Omar's great.
I haven't seen the show, by the way. Just basing it off what Dave said.
Yeah, it's a great show. If it's old, it's kind of dated, but if you're looking for a good like crime show, it's pretty depressing. Like there's some humor in it, but it's pretty depressing.
Do they still use pagers?
Yes.
Oh fuck.
Yep. One of the seasons, I forget which one, the drug dealers start using text messaging, and the detectives and stuff don't even know what that is. Like, what is this? Like, and someone's like, "Oh, it's that texting thing. My kid loves it." Like, they don't even know what texting is.
That's amusing.
Michael K. Williams played Omar.
Michael K. Williams.
This is a scar like down his face. He passed away in 2021.
I probably need to see a picture. Oh fuck yeah, I love that guy.
Yeah.
Damn.
He's amazing in the show. He's like I said, he plays this thug who robs drug dealers, and he's a ruthless he's a ruthless killer, like just a ruthless character, but he does not fuck with people that aren't in the game, as he says. So like,
that's cool. That one character makes me want to watch the show.
You really should watch it.
Yeah. Watch The Wire.
And we could talk about it together.
Yeah. We could.
I'll watch it all this weekend.
Watch it all this weekend. But yeah, highly recommend it. That's really all I watched. Is there more recommendations?
Yeah, so I don't have like a show recommendation because I've spent way too much time playing this video game on my phone, which is a new thing for me. So I don't really play cell phone games. So I've been playing Marvel Snap a lot. Like when I say a lot,
do you mean like a lot?
Like I don't even scroll through Facebook anymore.
You just snap?
Much like when I pick up my phone, I'm just like, oh yeah, Snap. I have missions. Or I'll be like, oh, I have 6 hours till new missions. I can play like 70 games between now and then. So, Marvel Snap is a card game. Have I don't remember talking about it.
We've brought it up
a few times.
Yeah, okay. So Marvel Snap is a card game. There's only 6 turns, which is part of the thing that makes the game so addicting.
Yeah.
And basically you play you build your decks and you get different cards like any other like card game. And you play cards through one of 3 locations. And each card has a cost and a power, and you're basically trying to maximize how much power you have, or like tricking your opponent into like playing cards in different places, and lots of fuckery.
Yeah.
But when you first download the game and you play it, it's not really a lot of fun. Like in the beginning, like it's pretty boring. It's too easy. Like there's not a lot of combinations with your cards and stuff like that. And then as you level up your cards, which has no effect on the power or the ability of the cards, which is actually something I enjoy about the game. Because it has a certain balance that I haven't seen a lot of cell phone card games have. But then also at the same time, like the game can fuck you, which is kind of annoying.
Yes, it can.
But there's a lot of ways around a lot of things. So I've been playing the shit out of this game. The cards. You level up the cards and you increase your collection level, which like gives you new prizes and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's how you get new cards.
Yeah, how you get new cards and stuff like that. So like when you first start playing it, most of the cards are kind of bland. There's only like 4 combinations in the first pool of cards. So there's 3 different pools of cards that you unlock. And pool 1 is mostly boring. But when you get into pool 2, you start getting some interesting stuff, and you get a lot more different combinations, and like the game opens up a lot. And then pool 3 is fucking nuts. Like so when you go and it's hard going from pool 2 to pool 3, because at the beginning of going into pool 3 until you get some pool 3 cards, like it's kind of hard to win
Yeah.
But it's for most part still fun, and you can do you build quite a few different types of decks. I'm on Reddit. I'm on a few of the Reddit subs. The meta for the game, which this is also something that I like. The meta only really matters once, maybe twice a week, when there is a standard tile, when there's a hot tiles, what they're called, hot location. I keep calling them tiles, but when there's a hot location, which is one of the 3 locations you play cards at, that's really the only time like the meta matters, because there's so many different combinations of cards that you can use and so many different combinations of decks that you can build, that so far I'm not really seeing like a top tier deck that just defeats everything else. And I mean, I'm sure there's somebody out there that would disagree or whatever, but there's just so many different ways to build the decks and play the game at this point that I'm like have had more trouble. Like, it's gotten more fun as I've played, as opposed to most cell phone games, which get less fun as I play them. So I think at this time it's a borderline addiction. We'll see if it goes full blownsies in the next couple weeks.
Okay.
There are season passes, which are $10. You don't have to buy them. And so far, the like 2 season passes we've been through, there's not like the cards you get out of the season passes are like good, but they're not like, they don't break the game, so they're not. It's not like you don't have to spend money on the game to be able to play it and like compete competitively with the other players that are playing.
Right.
Which is something I like about it, because most cell phone games is like, well, how much money can you spend? That's how good you are.
Yeah. Now you win.
Yeah, and this isn't really like that. I mean, the more money you spend on the game, the quicker you would get through your collection levels. But the game also does pretty good ranking you against players in close vicinity of skill and collection. So, yeah, it's interesting. It's a fun game.
I have not played it as much like in the last couple of weeks or so, but I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah. If you've played Smash Up,
yes,
it's got some similarities to it.
I agree. Yeah.
But yeah, so I do recommend it. I recommend playing it. I recommend getting out of the beginning part of the game. Like, it's really going to be like, for reference, if anyone does start playing it, it's going to be around 240 collection level 244 when like the game starts to get interesting. Yeah.
And like, I think the big part that I know you've said a couple times, but I don't think you've stressed enough, is that you don't pay to win at all.
Yeah.
Like, you can't really pay to increase your collection level, and that's how you unlock new cards. And unlocking new cards is how you win. The only way you can unlock cards by paying is to get variants before you get the regular cards from the season pass. And if you just play the game, you'll get the base version of the card from the season pass for free. So you don't have to pay. You'll just get it earlier if you pay.
Yeah. That is all true.
And there's only a few cards in there anyway. Most of the cards are just got by like playing the game and increasing your collection level and getting cards naturally.
Yeah.
Most of the money stuff is cosmetic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just checked my collection level because I wasn't sure.
Where you at, Dave?
337.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm still like 2 something.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't remember what I am.
I played a lot when it first came out. I kind of died off because I've been playing Elden Ring.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering how you had time for Elden Ring when Snap's on your phone.
I play Elden Ring for like an hour or two, and then I get mad. I get slowly better, then I get mad. Where are you at?
I am 766.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Regular snap head over here.
Dude, I love it.
I don't know.
Okay.
But yeah, so I do recommend that. You got some downtime, download it, play it, give it a try, see if you like it. It's better than scrolling through social media where everything's negative or political.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Next segment?
Move to the next segment. So, I'm a big boy. I'm part of this show. I'm a big boy.
Yeah?
We're going to move on to this segment because I said so.
Okay.
Not because Shane said so. I don't know. It was a weird bit. So...
I think he feels like you stepped on his toes.
I'm just trying to guide his toes.
Please guide my toes, Shane. So this weekend, I was out of commission.
Yeah.
I got some weird stomach bug or something. It was bad. And I spent pretty much the whole weekend just kind of laying in my chair or my bed, napping and watching things.
Yeah.
So this weekend, there was a bunch of independent wrestling shows that were coming up. And Fight TV just released, not a sponsor, just released their Fight TV Plus. They just added all the GCW and Black Label Pro shows.
Okay.
For when you subscribe to Fight TV Plus, you get all the GCW shows, all their backlog catalog. You know what I meant.
Yep.
And all their live shows.
Sure.
For $4.99 a month.
That's not bad.
I'm like, boom. I love GCW. So I watched, there was 3 shows on Saturday. I only watched 2. I watched show 1 of Black Label Pro, which is from Crown Point, Indiana.
Okay.
It was their Slamilton.
Okay.
Which is my favorite wrestling show name ever. Slamilton. That was fun. There's a lot of there's some independents guys I've talked that was on there. Effie. We all know Effie. Effie is daddy. He wrestled an ex-Ring of Honor guy. Rohit Raju. He's always a heel guy. They're both really good wrestlers.
Yeah.
The co-main event was the Black Label Pro heavyweight champion, Calvin Tankman, who is from Indianapolis.
Okay.
I've seen him wrestle a few times. He is one large, scary gentleman.
Okay.
He is built like a tank, man. Against Levi Everett, which I have talked about on the show before.
Okay.
He is the Amish guy.
Oh, yeah.
He comes to the ring with a butter churner. And I've seen him wrestle live. And when I saw him, he shook hands with everyone in the front row saying, "Good to see ya.
Yeah.
Good to see ya." And it was great.
Yeah.
So him and Calvin Tankman wrestled. They had a really good match. It was really physical. Levi does a lot of headbutts and stuff. He even does a flying headbutt, which...
Not a good idea.
Not a good idea. Chris Benoit. Yeah, I said it. But they're both really good wrestlers. Calvin Tankman, because they're I don't know if it's storyline or real. It could be both. They're friends. The commentators talk about how they're friends. Well, Calvin Tankman ends up beating him.
Yeah.
It was a good match. It was a really physical match. It was solid. And they Calvin Tankman gets the microphone and saying I'm proud of you. You're busting your ass. Blah, 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 all this. And they do the both raise hands in the air. And then Levi Everett gets the butter churner out and smashes it over Tankman's head and beats him up and then leaves. And Billy Starks, who she's been on the independent scene for a little while now. She's only 16, I think.
Holy shit.
She's been in GCW and stuff. She's a really good wrestler. She had an open contract to challenge the belt at any time.
Okay.
So she paid Levi Everett to beat up Calvin Tankman, and she came in and just stepped on him and got the 1, 2, 3. So super heel move.
Yeah, she had a Money in the Bank moment.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. So she had a super heel move, and so she is now the Black Label Pro World Heavyweight Champion.
A 16-year-old girl.
A 16-year-old girl. She's really good. I've seen her wrestle live. her father owns, I think it's called Big Starks brand.
Okay.
They do a lot of the wrestler gears, like a lot of wrestling gear.
Okay.
I think they do like Matt Cardona, like they do a lot of the big wrestlers gear.
Nepotism.
That show was fun. I opted not to watch the second one because GCW's Nick Gage Invitational 7 was on at the same time. Nick Gage, who I'm sure I've talked about on the show, MDK, all fucking day. Nick Gage is like the premier deathmatch guy.
Yeah.
Like the old school deathmatch guy. And every year he does a deathmatch tournament in Chicago.
Sure.
And this year was just as bloody as all the other ones.
Okay. It's a deathmatch show, so...
Yeah, it was very, very violent. The first match was a 3-way. It was Sawyer Wreck, who I've also seen wrestle live.
Is that why I saw so much deathmatch stuff on my Instagram this weekend?
Probably. There was a lot of deathmatch stuff.
Okay.
So the first match was the 3-way. It was Sawyer Wreck, who I've also seen live, and she's awesome. She's like 6'2", scary punk girl.
Okay.
I love her. It was her, Alice Cologne, who's like a walking scar. They call him the Blood Fighter, or three-peat, because he's won the Tournament of Survival 3 times in a row.
Okay.
There's another guy. I think Hunter Freeman, a guy I'd never heard of. They had a pretty crazy match. A lot of blood.
Was there a part where they had a fluorescent light that was broken and he's like got it up against her head like this?
Yeah.
And he like is like tapping on the end of it into her face. Okay, yeah. I saw that on Instagram.
That happens a lot. Like that's an old school, that's a deathmatch move where you put the broken light tube to their face and then you like do this.
Yeah. But it was specifically like a guy and like a kind of punky looking chick with black hair.
Yep.
And I was like, huh, okay.
Yeah. They're really progressive at death matches.
Yeah. We'll fuck anybody up.
Yeah. But that's a classic deathmatch thing. They take the light tube and they stick it in their head and go, and they cut them open and bleed. There really wasn't a whole lot of like, it was very violent.
Yeah.
Like there wasn't like some really crazy spots. There was one really, really crazy one. It was one half of the GCW tag champs.
Sure.
Silope is his name. I don't remember the tag team. But it was him versus a deathmatch guy from Japan.
Okay.
And Japanese deathmatch gues, like, Japan started all the deathmatch stuff.
It's a real deathmatch. Like, they actually kill each other. It's a joke. It's a joke. Sometimes.
Is it, though? But he came out, I forget the wrestler's name, but he came out with metal skewers and, like, teased them for a while. And the one dude, Silope, his whole back was just gnarly.
Yeah.
Like within probably 20 minutes of this match, like his glass is stuck to him, his whole back is bleeding, and he ended up winning, which means he was in the semifinals.
Yeah.
And he comes out still just bleeding. But this Japanese deathmatch guy took these metal skewers and stuck him right through his cheeks.
Yeah.
So he's like this.
Yep.
And the dude didn't take it out. He wrestled the rest of the match with it in. Like he hit this guy with a power bomb. He went off the turnbuckle with just this skewer sticking out of his mouth, like through his cheeks, and he ended up winning.
Just some body mod stuff, bud.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but still,
dude. I saw. Speaking of body mod stuff, just to interrupt for a second, I saw a video of someone doing a base jump with a parachute that was in the meat hooks in their shoulder fat.
Oh, God.
So they literally, like, jumped off of something, off of, like, a platform on top of a bridge or something, and, like, fell down into a valley, and then pulled a parachute that was on meat hooks through their back skin.
Oh,
Like if you've ever seen a video of like or a picture of people doing the hangings,
like suspension.
the
I think it's called. Yeah.
where they're like suspended from the hooks in their back, but this was on a parachute, which isn't like, gentle where you're like, okay, we're gonna let you down. All right, cool. You're hanging. That's cool. No, this is like you pull the cord and it's like and fucking like jerks you on your back skin
On your flesh.
Yeah.
So, like, most insurance will cover some therapy sessions.
Maybe cheaper than putting hooks in your skin.
I feel like we need to get that awareness out there.
Or like, dying because it rips through your fucking back skin.
Oh,
like,
God, yeah. Ugh.
Yeah, just like flays your whole back.
Yeah. I mean,
Ugh.
I don't think that's the part you're worried about if you fall a couple 100 feet.
Right.
You're like about to hit the ground. You're like, oh no, what am I gonna?
Oh, my back hurts
My
so
back!
bad. Yeah.
But yeah,
anyway.
so that guy
Wrestling.
ended up winning. And every match was just kind of like that.
Yeah.
The winner was so the final match was Alice Cologne, the blood fighter.
Cologne.
Yeah, Alice
Does
Cologne.
he smell good?
I don't think so.
Probably not.
He's a scary looking man. It was him versus the Duke of Hardcore, John Wayne Murdoch. John Wayne Murdoch is just like this giant redneck white guy.
Yeah.
That's pretty much just a scar.
Yeah.
But I've heard a lot of things about him where he's like they call them ring generals, like
Yes.
locker room generals.
Yeah.
Like he's kind of controls all the locker room, and he's also like a super super nice guy.
Yeah.
Like he'll help everyone out. There's one, I don't know if you guys know about Teddy Hart.
Yeah.
Teddy Hart's a piece of shit,
Mhm.
like an actual like pedophile.
Yeah.
There was a show that Teddy Hart tried to go to, and John Wayne Murdoch was there, and he came out from the locker room, went out front to where Teddy was, like, no, you're not fucking coming in. He's like, you try to come in here, I'm going to beat the fuck out of you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck yeah, John Wayne Murdoch.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. So it was him and Alice Cologne in the final match, and it was bloody.
Yeah.
Bloody. And John Wayne Murdoch ended up winning.
Nice.
So he is your Nick Gage Invitational winner.
Nice.
Sorry, Nick Gage Invitational 7 winner.
I only know what half of those words mean.
VII.
BII.
One of them sounded like a name.
Nick Gage. He's a
Yeah.
wrestler.
Yeah.
Deathmatch guy.
Nick. Nick is definitely a name.
Nick is definitely a name.
Yeah.
So there was that, and then GCW had a show on Sunday.
Jesus.
They have a lot of shows. This was in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Okay.
It was called the Wisconsin Death Trip.
As it should be.
Yeah. So it was at like 6:00 on Sunday, and I'm like, I'll watch this. And it was in like called like the La Pico Lounge.
Mm-hmm.
It was basically a tiny bar. Like picture your standard shitty dive bar.
Yeah.
Push the tables away
Yep.
and put a ring in it.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it was this tiny room. There was there was only enough room for each side for one row of people on 3 sides, and there was people sitting in the middle, like in front of the entrance. They would have to get up
Jesus.
when the entrance would happen and sit back down, and then the other side was just like most of where the people were hanging out was like where the bar side was.
Yeah.
This like tiny venue. The ring, I don't know what the fuck was up with this ring. The mat was just like the shitty red mat that had holes all over it that was just duct taped.
Oh my God.
And after the first match, one of the boards was just hanging, just like propped up for like the first maybe 2 or 3 matches. After every one of the ring guys had to come in with a crowbar and bend the boards back.
Holy
and
shit.
like nail them back down. It was a ghetto ring.
Holy shit.
That's fucking wild.
But they did their standard GCW stuff. They did a lot of single stuff. They did a scramble with all flippy guys.
Mm.
And it's a very small room. To watch them try to do flippy stuff in a small room was
Yeah.
cool.
So like that's what I was thinking about was like every dive bar I've ever been in does not have a ceiling anywhere near tall enough to have a ring, let alone dudes doing shit off of the top turnbuckle.
This one, it was a weird setup because they had a really tall ceiling, but a really small venue. The first match was cool. It was Blake Christian, who used to wrestle in NXT.
Okay.
Nick Wayne, Alex Price, who's like a Beyond Wrestling guy. I don't know much about him. And Jordan Oliver. They're all four young, like flippy, athletic guys. Really, really good match. Blake Christian walked out of the curtain, and I'm like, dude, he is so stoned. like he's just like stoner face, just like, sup?
Yeah.
What's up? And then he ended up winning. It flashed him in the ring, and he's just like, yeah. Won.
Fucking did it, bro.
Yeah, bro. You got snacks?
These pretzels are making my mouth so dry.
So there was a lot of cool single matches and stuff. And then, remember I told you this was a very tiny venue?
Yeah.
They decided to have death matches there.
What the fuck?
There was death matches.
Jesus Christ.
There was the reason I watched this show is I know I've talked about it before. I'm currently repping his shirt.
Yeah.
My buddy Eric Dillinger, Public Enemy #1, Eric Dillinger.
#1.
I found out on Saturday that he was going to be in this show.
Okay.
And I had talked to him before. I'm like, hey man, you should do GCW stuff. He's like, I got something in the works, man. Just, hoping to get something in there. And the next to see is this. I'm like, dude, that's awesome. So he was in a tag match.
Okay.
It was him and a guy named Dysfunction, who's another Wisconsin deathmatch guy.
Okay.
Versus the GCW tag champions.
Okay.
And it was a death match. And it was awesome. Like, Eric got to do, they had a good, it was him and Celope, the guy who had his got skewered the night before.
Skewered.
Him and Eric got to have a lot of cool one-on-one stuff in the ring.
Yeah.
They got to kind of showcase what Eric can do.
That's cool.
And the crowd was obviously at Eric's side because it's like his home, not his hometown, but
close.
Where he does a lot of stuff there. But the GCW announcers were all shocked about him, because when they announced it's Eric Dillinger, and then as the match got on, man, he's fired up. He's he was let it all on the table. Super proud of that man. He ended up not winning. He was actually taken out by the other guy on the team. Threw him out of the ring onto a barbed wire door. And it was the camera guy, so the cameras are really close because it's a small place.
Yeah.
Just you see Eric just almost hit the camera and just go through this door, and the camera guy's just right in his face, and he's got barbed wire around his head. It's just it makes you a little worried because he's my buddy. I know he knows what he's doing, but it's just
yeah. Still, shit happens.
Yeah.
And when you're doing super dangerous shit happens more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so the GCW champs end up winning.
Yeah.
But I was super proud of my buddy. I just wanted to give a shout out to Eric Dillinger. Super proud of him. I was messaging him and I'm like, hey man, awesome match.
Yeah.
Look forward to hopefully see you more GCW. And he responded right away. After his match, not during. That'd have been wild.
He's like, hold on, I got a text message from my pal. Yeah, I'm kind of busy right now, but I gotta go through this door. Hold on.
Hold on.
Ow.
He messaged me and he messaged me back. He's like, dude, thanks so much for watching. He's like, I think I might be coming back. They seem to really like me. He's like, Nick Gage came up to me and was really hyped, so that's a good sign, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, very much so.
Right.
So I'm hoping
he gets more
work.
opportunities. Hell yeah.
So I want to give him a shout out. Super cool dude.
Awesome.
If you're into deathmatch stuff, look him up, Eric Dillinger. And after his match, it was John Wade Murdoch.
Yep.
Who won, and Mance Warner, who I've talked about a few times here, in a Taipei death match.
the fuck is a Taipei deathmatch?
So Taipei deathmatch is
Christ.
they wrap their hands in they wrap their hands in like was it fight tape or whatever?
Yeah.
And then they rub their hands in the glass.
Crushed glass, yeah.
That match, so I'm a deathmatch guy, I'll admit it. I like white trash deathmatch stuff. That match was too much for me. It reached a point where I'm like, this is too much. Because Mance at one point is just literally gushing.
Yeah.
And there's one point where his head is on like half of a door, and John Wayne Murdoch is like pressing his face to the door, and it's literally blood is pooling on the door. And then John Wayne Murdoch lifts it to his face and goes, ah! I'm like, this is a little too much for me, even for me. It was a wild match. Mance is just head to toe, just covered in blood at the end of it. But he did not win. John Wayne Murdoch won.
Yeah.
I did see a funny Instagram reel of him on the earlier today.
Yeah.
It was from that show, and it was Mance still covered in blood, sitting at the bar, just drinking a beer. He's just actively leaking, just drinking a beer next to these like these dudes just sitting there shooting the shit.
Yeah. Oh my god.
But yeah, that was my deathmatch weekend.
Okay.
It was real wild, pretty, very independent wrestling.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got to watch some wrestling this week.
So that was Dave's turnbuckle?
That was Dave's turnbuckle. I'm sorry it was so violent, people.
It's okay, because now we're going to go to Shane's game roundabout. And we're going to talk about killing zombies and then shooting other operators. So it's going to continue to be violent. So this week, I actually received my Kickstarter pledge of Zombicide Undead or Alive, which is a Western cooperative zombie killing game. We've talked about Zombicide a few times before, but basically you have cardboard tiles that are like rooms and streets or alleys or whatever, dirt streets in this particular version of Zombicide. The tiles will make a map, and you explore the map trying to complete objectives depending on the game scenario. And all the while, every turn, more zombies are spawning and trying to kill you. So you have to survive. And in this one, you have to get on a train and escape.
Oh, cool. I didn't know that. I didn't know that was a train evolve. That's awesome.
Yeah. There's actually several expansions already. I have all of them. I got one big box. It was like 28 inches by like 15 by 15.
Damn.
And it had 15 items in it. There's 2 core games. So there's this one, which is the base game. And then there's another one that is steampunk.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
And then several expansions like these this is from an expansion, this Crocosaur. This is an abomination, so that's like a super powerful zombie. He's from an expansion. It was a Crocosaur and Abominape. The Wendigo over there is from the Kickstarter exclusive like unlocks that you get.
I'm gonna make him kiss.
Okay. That's weird. Is it what the fuck is that called? Where you have sex with dead people?
Necrophilia?
Necrophilia. Is it necrophilia if they're both dead?
They weren't fucking, they're smooching.
I don't know. I mean, like, you don't know how a Wendigo reproduces, do you?
Like,
that's true.
No, I was trying to think I was trying to make up the word necromancy.
Yeah.
That's already a word.
Yeah, it is.
This guy is also from an expansion. There's a expansion called Running Wild where the characters have horses. So that's a survivor. One of the characters you can play. There's so much shit for this one. I've also kickstarted a couple of other ones and just bought some of the other ones. There's like 100 survivors for this one.
Holy
to choose
shit.
from to play with. So that's kind of overwhelming.
Yeah.
It's a lot. Especially if you actually like try to paint your stuff, which I want to, but I never have the time to do.
So many models to paint.
I've painted some, but I have not painted anywhere near 100, let alone, because I have this one. I have the modern and I have the fantasy ones, and then I also have a Marvel one coming sometime in 2025 or something. Kickstarters are brutal.
Yeah.
I actually paid for this one, I think, in March of 2021. So it's like a year and 8 months or something like that since the Kickstarter closed. But
That's a long fucking time, bud.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think it'll be super fun. I'm looking forward to playing it. We haven't played it yet. I haven't even read the rules yet. It's mostly the same as the other ones. You get some actions, you go through and you explore, you like get cards for items and shit, and then those items tell you how you can interact with the zombies or with each other or whatever. This one has added some new stuff, like all the characters have classes, and there are different classes to choose from.
Oh, yeah.
So like you get extra abilities on top of your first ability, so then you level your characters up through the game through blue, yellow, orange, and red levels, and you choose skills as you go from their card. It's pretty cool. I really like Zombicide. If you play the scenarios in the book, they might take the amount of time that they say they will. They'll all have like, this takes 45 minutes, this takes an hour. Or it might take 4 hours. It just depends on how you play.
Yeah.
A lot of the times we will just like throw some tiles on the board and play, and it's anywhere from 3 to 8 hours. But that's, people just hanging out and having a good time.
Right.
So that adds a lot of time to it. But yeah, I think Zombicide's super fun. The models are pretty great. And you get a lot of models with this one. You might be able to pick it up on eBay. I know some of the boxes, like this box, the base game will be available retail later, maybe by December. But I'm not sure. It might be the beginning of next year. Some of the expansions will be, but a lot of it is Kickstarter exclusive, so you'll only be able to pick it up on eBay or any other secondary market. But yeah, I think it's going to be super fun. I'm looking forward to playing it. I know Doug is super excited to play it.
As am I.
Yeah. One of the things that they do in all of these that I really like is that I don't know how they haven't gotten in trouble for it yet, because they make millions of dollars on each one that they do. But they do like pop culture reference to in like all the extra characters. So like the base game, the characters are not pop culture references, but all the Kickstarter exclusives and some of the expansions will have like famous people. So like the Three Amigos. 2 of the 3 Amigos are in the game.
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Marty and Doc Brown are in the game.
I was gonna ask.
There's a lot of Western stuff, like all the old Clint Eastwood Western characters, like what are those 3 movies? What is the trilogy?
The good, the bad, the ugly, a few dollars more,
Few
and
dollars
a fistful
more.
of dollars.
Yeah. All the characters from those are in it.
Was it the Man with No Name
Yeah.
trilogy?
Yeah. He's literally called the Nameless. It's
Yeah.
the name of the character. No, in this,
in the game.
in the game is the name of the character is the Nameless. But like all the guys that he interacts that are in those movies are in this. Morgan Freeman's character from Unforgiven is in it.
Oh, nice.
Like there's just a ton of stuff like that. Like there's like Deadwood characters and all kinds of stuff.
Nice.
So, but they do that in all of them. Like, the fantasy one had a bunch of like Game of Thrones stuff and like Monty Python stuff and shit like that. So I don't know how they don't get in trouble, but they don't. They like change the names of everyone, but it's like this looks exactly like this person.
Yeah.
There's one that's Snoop Dogg, and it like it's I think it's the they had a guest artist do a set of like 9 survivors. And the picture, the paint, like the digital painting that the guy did for it, it looks exactly like Snoop. And his name's like Lucan. It's just like some of them they don't even try to hide it. Like they have a general artist that does a lot of the art, and it's like that kind of looks like this person. It's totally supposed to be them, but like some of them, it's like that looks exactly like that person. You didn't pay for their likeness rights. You gonna get in trouble. But yeah, it's super fun. If you're into miniatures or into like kind of skirmish games, but you want to do some co-ops kind of stuff, the game's easy to learn. But it does take a while to play. This one is supposed to be easier to set up. Some of the older games, there was a long setup, which added to the playtime. They've started adding more stuff to the board itself instead of having more tokens, which I like that a lot. I don't like games that have a billion tokens because it's annoying. 1, to keep track of what the hell's going on, and 2, you end up losing shit.
Yeah.
3, like organizing it and like having a way to store it is always a pain in the ass.
Yep.
So like they've gotten better as they've changed how these games work. So yeah, Zombicide. It's a good value just for the minis, honestly. Like if you want a bunch of cowboys and zombies, I got 100 cowboy characters, cowboys and Indians and like townspeople and priests with guns and shit, and 150 or so zombies for like $300 and some dollars.
Damn, that's so many models.
Yeah, it's a lot of models. You're not going to get that kind of deal probably on the secondary market right now. Shipping costs and stuff have skyrocketed since I paid for this. To give you an idea, I paid $20 in shipping for this box, or the whole thing, which was like 25 pounds or so. I paid $140 in shipping for the Marvel Zombicide. So that one's going to be a little bit bigger, but it's probably still like, if it was the same size as this, it probably still would have been $70 to $100.
Surely they got licensing for that one, right?
Oh yeah, that one's licensed. That's also one of the reasons that one was so much more expensive.
Yeah,
because this, I think, like I said, I think this was like $360 maybe for everything I got. Not just for this box. If you go and find this box in retail, it's probably going to be $100. But I think I paid like $800 for the Marvel Zombies stuff, including shipping. So like $680, I think.
Whew.
Yeah.
We get a lot of stuff with that.
Yeah, I'm gonna get like a 2-foot tall Galactus. So
it's insane.
Yeah. I'm super stoked. Just about the Galactus. No, like all the models for that one look fucking insane. most of the models for this one look really cool. Like this Crocosaur is dope. Like the 3 that I pulled out are some of the better models, but like the other ones aren't like impressive from far away. But if you have them in your hand, you're like, oh, that's super dope. Like the details and stuff are usually pretty good on the CMON. The Cool Mini or Not is who makes it models. But yeah, that's Zombicide Undead or Alive.
We should play it.
Yeah, we're gonna play it hopefully this weekend. And then I also wanted to do a Modern Warfare 2 update.
So should they?
Well, tomorrow's
Sweet.
Yeah, so as of recording, we're recording on Tuesday the 15th. On the 16th, Warzone 2 will come out, as well as a huge update for Modern Warfare 2 and the beginning of Season 1, along with the Season 1 Battle Pass. Tier 1 is going to come out, which is their version of Hardcore. We're going to get a map, and then we'll get another map mid-season. We're going to get a bunch of operators, get a bunch of guns. We're supposed to be getting, along with Tier 1, we're supposed to be getting the barracks. Some version of the barracks.
Good.
So we'll be able to actually look at our stats instead of just being like, I don't know, my KD's somewhere around a number.
Hopefully it starts now.
No. I want to know all of it.
I don't.
Fuck you.
I just want to know from now on.
No. I want to know all of it. But I don't know if there's going to be a UI fix, which I really hope that there's a UI fix, but I doubt that there's going to be a UI fix.
Nice. They probably like it this way. I don't understand why.
Yeah, I just want like patches to fix like the problems, and I want a UI fix. If I didn't get anything else, I would be like, okay. At least the game works properly now. But as it stands, basically, like, if you're the host of a party, you can start a game, and you'll play the game, and then when you come out, it freezes a few times, but that you can eventually get to like your weapons and change your classes. If you're not the host of that party, if you're like one of the 2 or 3 other people in that party, you can't do a goddamn thing when you get into the lobby. Like you're just there to be like, all right, we're going to play a match in about a minute. You literally can't do anything.
Really? Yikes.
If you get to your classes probably aren't actually your classes. It like somehow dips into code underneath that is for a Warzone 2 mode called DMZ, and like shit has like prices on it, which has nothing to do with the multiplayer of Modern Warfare 2. There in no time do you pay for weapons.
Super weird.
Like it's super fucked up. There were people that were getting errors where they would play a game, and when they would come out, it would boot them to the main menu of Warzone 2, which wasn't out yet. It happened to me twice.
Yeah,
I was
crazy.
like, because it would boot you out, and it would have the splash page for Warzone 2, and then it would have like start a game. Like start a battle royal game, and that was like your only option.
Yeah.
And the only other thing you could do is like back out to your dashboard, shut the game off, start the game again.
Damn.
Yeah, it's super fucked up. Like the game shipped in a really weird condition. Like actually playing the game, for the most part, when you're in a match, for the most part, I have experienced it working.
Yeah.
There are still problems, but they're problems that I've seen a lot, like in other Call of Duty games.
Yeah.
There's always growing pains of like the networking doesn't work right, or this gun's too powerful, or whatever.
Yeah.
That shit happens.
Or that guy's character is facing away from me, but he's actually looking at me and shot me.
Yeah.
Like
that stuff happens. But like the menu stuff being fucked up is like unexcusable. That needs to be fixed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully that will be fixed coming up in this update. There's just going to be a huge update tomorrow. if it's not, I feel like they're going to have serious problems because they're rolling out a new Warzone, and that's like their bread and butter now. It's not the multiplayer of regular Call of Duty anymore. Like, Warzone is what makes their money.
Yeah.
And if they fuck that up, if they fuck the rollout of Warzone up, they're going to have serious problems.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. What we need is for someone else to create a game that is as fun but better. Like, we've had attempts. Like, I don't know. I never got into Battlefield. It doesn't feel the same.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care a whole lot for Overwatch. Like, there doesn't feel like enough first-person shooter options to force Activision's hand into actually crafting a successful game.
Yeah, they're just doing the same shit over and over again.
Yeah, and I think until we have that, they're not going to care as much as they should, because they know people aren't going to jump ship.
Yeah, I agree.
So, like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's rough.
We need another AAA title, first-person shooter. Like,
let's get on it.
Yeah, someone should. I thought we were going to get something with. I thought PUBG was going to end up blowing up and like being super successful because it was a really fun game and it had very few issues.
Yeah,
I could play it on my fucking cell phone.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's like come out and then the AAA titles just steal the idea. Like, that's what Warzone is. It's PUBG, it's Fortnite, it's all that stuff. Yeah. Like, filtered through the Call of Duty lens.
Yeah, but it's not Call of Duty. Like, no, like the armor plates thing kills me. If Warzone didn't have the armor plates, like, I would probably like Warzone a lot more.
There's a new mode in Warzone called DMZ, which is Escape from Tarkov.
I've heard that's
which
fun.
Escape from Tarkov came after Warzone, or it didn't come after Warzone came out, but it wasn't as big when Warzone came out, I don't think. But it's kind of like it's not really a battle royal in the sense that the map shrinks. It's more that, like, you're in an area, you're supposed to get some stuff and then exfil somehow. And other people are there and they'll kill you. AI is there and they'll kill you. So you're like just searching for stuff. So there's a new mode called DMZ.
Okay.
Where you go and you start with like a shit tier loadout and you're supposed to go find stuff and basically send it back, like carry it in your backpack. You fill your backpack up, you go exfil the stuff, and then once you've exfilled stuff at each of these exfil locations, then there's a final location to exfil from. And that's how you get better stuff specifically for DMZ. And it might be cool. I don't know. We'll see when it comes out. But they're basically stealing it from Tarkov, right?
Okay.
So, like, that's what Call of Duty keeps doing. Like, as far as, like, how do we battle these new games before they get big enough to actually challenge us?
Yeah. Just steal the idea.
Yeah, just take the idea, filter it through our lens, and, you know.
Yeah. That's some bullshit.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I'm hoping that they fix the problems with the regular multiplayer. I'm hoping that DMZ is neat because I would like to play that.
Yeah,
it sounds like a cool idea.
Like a better plunder mode.
Yeah,
yeah.
That's basically what it sounded like. Was better plunder.
Yeah,
and plunder wasn't all the time. This is like going to be its own separate mode.
Okay, that'd be cool. Is it do you know if it's battle royale or is it?
No, it's PvP.
Okay.
Yeah. It's PvPvE. There's AI too.
That's cool. I'm into that.
There's also AI in regular Warzone Battle Royale now. Because there's going to be like strongholds and stuff. Because like in the battle...
Wait, like what I was talking about when we were playing the co-op thing? Well, I was like, I wish they had this for like multiplayer, like where...
Yeah, sort of.
Okay.
Like... I don't know how it's going to work exactly, but there's like places you can go. Like in original Warzone, there were contracts to do things.
Yeah.
And then you would get like hunting contracts to like go after another team or something. But I'm assuming there are going to be contracts to go to a certain place and like kill all the AI that's there and get whatever the reward is for getting
other
that.
teams are also trying to do
that
the
same thing. Yeah.
That sounds fun.
That could
Yeah.
be pretty cool. As
Yeah.
long as it's not Battle Royale.
But I mean, that's DMZ is gonna be different. But that's gonna be in the regular Battle Royale Warzone.
I want that without
The Battle Royale
with the ability to play after I've died.
yeah.
Because like to me, Call of Duty is just live more than you die.
Yeah, so DMZ is you die and you die. Like you die, you're dead.
Oh, see, I don't want
Yeah,
that
so
at
like
all.
that's the thing. Like that's the thing with Tarkov too. Like if you die, you're dead. You lose everything that you didn't get out.
That's not.
That game looks really. I've seen people play that, and if I
Yeah.
had better internet, I would try that. But like
It's
it seems really
it's like
cool.
a roguelite,
Yeah.
basically.
Like I'll try it, but
Yeah, I mean, I don't expect to
it does not fit my game style.
I know. Mine either.
Like
I die more than you do. But yeah. So anyway, Modern Warfare 2 getting a big update this week. Warzone 2 is also coming out. Hopefully they fix everything that they need to fix in Modern Warfare 2. I'm not super hopeful, but I got my fingers crossed. We should probably cross dicks too.
Ooh,
oh,
I'll help.
But that's all I got for the roundabout.
cool.
Shane's game roundabout.
Be the roundabout.
Oh, so that means after your wonderful segment,
Yeah,
does that mean it is time for Hanging Big Brain with Dave?
it does. I kept wanting to call it Dave's Trivia Corner because I'm like
That's-
already in the next show.
It's a different show.
Yeah.
I want the show to go on forever, so we don't have to do the next show.
Let's do it. Do a double.
No. We got to do the other show, guys. Let's do this. Let's do this quiz. Let's go.
All right. Well, this is Hanging Big Brain with Dave.
Hanging Big Brain with Dave.
And I got a quiz for you guys.
Oh.
It's a multiple choice quiz.
Okay.
Okay.
And Russell's going to love this one a lot because it is a Predator quiz.
Okay.
You guys ready for this Predators quiz?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. First of all, Shane, what's your buzzer?
Fuck.
You didn't hit the button.
No, hold on. Yep. Fuck. No. You son of a bitch.
Perfect. Russell, what's your buzzer, baby?
Hey man, you want a party?
All
All
right.
I was gonna try and do the, but I can't.
You sound like you're snoring.
Yeah, no, that's why I didn't do it.
All right. This is a multiple choice.
Okay.
So please let me read all the answers before you
Yeah.
buzz in.
Yep.
All right, how many answers are there for each question?
4.
Okay.
And there's 10 questions.
Every single question is 4, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And this is question number 1
All right.
of your Predators quiz.
Yep.
This large nocturnal bird is so deadly it can kill prey up to 3 times its own size. It is found in North, Central, and South America. Which predator is it? Is it A, Blakeston's fish owl, B, Marshall eagle, C, marital eagle, or D, the great horned owl?
Hey
You son of a bitch.
Russell.
I'm gonna go with the great horned owl.
Correct. See, it's a
So-
predator quiz.
I thought so. Like I knew it was gonna be a twist on the term predator. I thought it was gonna be about serial killers.
I almost did that one. I'm glad we're on the same page. All right. Shane, pick it up. Question number 2.
I'm gonna add Dylan to the front of my thing, so I got a hard D.
Hard T. Question number 2. Capable of running as fast as 68 miles per hour. That's over maximum highway speed in my state. This cat, or one of the smaller of the big cats, is built for speed with its sleek body and long legs. This predator can be easily identified by its dark tear stripes. Which animal is it? Is it A, a panther. B, a cheetah. C, a bobcat. Or D, a Robert cat.
Hey man, you want a party?
Russell.
I'm gonna say cheetah,
Correct.
Yeah, it's
but you said
stripes.
stripes.
Tier stripes is what it.
It's like
Tier
spotted.
stripes.
So like
oh, like
Tiered
spots.
up.
Yeah.
oh, okay.
that was weird. Worded weird.
It threw me off.
Yeah.
I was confused.
It's a cheetah.
Felt like a trick question.
It's not. It's a cheetah.
And then you said cheetah, and I was like, well, it has to be cheetah.
You sure it wasn't Robert cat?
Hey, yo, cheetah.
What's up?
Oh
Wow,
my God.
did that. Question number 3.
Just glad you knew what I was talking
Yeah.
about.
I'm on TikTok. What's up? Shane, pick it up, dude. If prey is hiding underground, this wild dog will sniff it out because its sense of smell, as well sight and hearing, is highly acute. Found in the deserts of Mexico all the way up to the forests of southern Canada. Which predator is it?
Chupacabra.
Is it A, jackal, B, hyena? Whoa, I said it weird.
it's in Mexico, so
I don't know why I said it like that. Hyena. C, coyote, or D, Jackie.
Dylan, you son of a bitch.
Shane.
We'll go with coyote.
Correct. Look at you. You're on the board, bud.
Ah, man.
Normally it's Russell that I have
First time
to.
for everything.
Russell knows a lot about predators.
Yeah, that's weird.
Question number 4.
I like aminals.
I also like animals. Despite its name, this marine mammal is closely related to dolphins and porpoises. Its distinct coloration is black and white. Which predator is it? Is it A, an orca, B, sperm whale, C, great white shark, or D, finless porpoise?
Dylan, you son of a bitch.
Shane.
It's an orca.
Correct.
Or a killer whale.
Killer whale.
That's why, despite its name. But orca doesn't.
Orcas, yeah. Killer whale.
Yeah, killer whale.
It's not a sperm whale. Question number 5. Which scorpion, sometimes referred to as the Death Stalker, is considered to be among the world's deadliest scorpions?
Sting.
Is it A, yellow fat tail scorpion, B, Palestine scorpion, C, striped bark scorpion, or D, it's Sting?
Can you read the options again, please?
A, yellow fat tail scorpion,
Uh-huh.
B, Palestine scorpion, C, striped bark scorpion, or D, it's Sting!
Dylan, you son of a bitch.
Shane.
C, the bark one?
Incorrect.
Okay.
Hey man, you want a party?
Yes, I do. Russell.
B.
Correct.
The Palestine?
Palestine scorpion.
Okay.
It was not Sting. Question number 6.
Could have been.
It could have been Sting. As we all know, some snakes are venomous and others are not. One type of snake, which makes its home in the Persian Gulf, is so deadly that one drop of venom can kill several men. It's easily identified by its black markings. Which snake is it? Is it A, rattlesnake, B, death adder, C, beaked sea snake, or D, a blue crate?
Dylan, you son of a bitch.
Shane.
The Death Adder.
Incorrect.
Really?
Yeah.
What was the
incorrect.
last one?
Blue crate.
A blue crate.
Hey man, you want a party?
Russell.
It's B.
He just said B. Incorrect.
What?
Death adder.
Death Adder was B.
Oh no. Oh, what was C?
Beaked sea snake.
What was A?
Rattlesnake.
What was D?
Blue crate.
What was C?
Beaked sea snake.
You're saying the same thing for C and D.
No, I'm
No,
not.
beaked sea snake or blue crate.
blue crate is D. C is beaked sea snake.
C.
Correct. Are you doing a bit or are you generally confused?
No, the first time you said it,
Uh-oh.
I moved it. Am I there?
You're good.
No, the first time you said it, I thought you said the same thing for C and D. It wasn't a bit.
Oh, okay.
And then it turned into a bit.
Now it's a bit. Russell got that one right.
Yeah.
Number 7. While most spiders are harmless or do not contain venom strong enough to kill large animals, there's one large spider that lives in the woodland surrounding the city of Sydney, Australia, that is extremely dangerous. It is so deadly it will attack humans if it feels threatened. What is the name of this predatory spider? Is it A, Black Widow, B, Redback, C, Peter Porker, or D, funnel web?
Hey man, you want a party?
Russell.
I was confident and then I second guessed myself. I'm gonna go with A.
Incorrect.
Okay. I didn't think that was from Sydney.
Dylan, you son of a bitch.
Shane.
It's a funnel spider.
Correct.
Yeah.
They are terrifying.
That's what I was gonna say. And I was like, wait, Black Widows.
I think Black Widows will just make you sick. I don't think they'll kill you
I don't
unless
think
you're infirm.
Yeah. I think you're
Really?
right.
Hmm.
Question number 8. The largest land predator inhabits the polar regions surrounding the Arctic Circle. Its pale fur provides camouflage against the snowy environment. Although these predators look cute and harmless, they are anything but. Name this animal.
Penguins.
Emperor penguins.
Is it A, a polar bear, B, a red fox, C, a muskox, or D, leopard seal?
Dylan,
Hey,
you
man,
son
you
of a
want a
bitch.
Shane
Polar bear.
is a polar bear.
Yeah.
Yeah. Polar bear. Fuck you up.
Dude, they
Unless you have a
fucking
Coke.
will.
No.
That has not been proven.
Yeah, you just give it a Coca-Cola.
No.
Everything's good. As long as he doesn't lose his scarf.
Get inside a building or pull out a rocket launcher.
Or just give up.
I mean, just die. Yeah, that's also an option.
I think the scarf makes them fireproof, so.
Oh, shit.
Luckily, it's a high explosive, so like it just blows them apart. The burning is the after effect.
The burning keeps them from regenerating.
Yes.
They're trolls.
Ah! Fuck.
All right, question number 9.
bear.
Are we tied again?
I think you
Yeah,
are.
we're 4-4.
Few creatures are deadlier than this sea creature. Small, boneless, and colorless, this predator lives in the water surrounding Australia. What is it called? Is it A, sea wasp jellyfish, B, electric eel, C, it's sting, or D, sea urchin?
Dylan, you son of a bitch.
Shane.
Sea wasp jellyfish?
Correct. You're winning, bud.
Ah!
We got one more, Russell. And Shane, but pick it up, Russell.
I got him to say it.
Love you, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
I do.
Mm-hmm. Tell that to your jellyfish.
Leonard? What? My jellyfish's name is Leonard. Number 10. Most insects are harmless. However, there is one species of insect that has evolved over millions of years. It can be found all over the world. Unfortunately, it passes on the deadly disease malaria. Is it A, a midge,
Yes.
B, Anopheles mosquito, C, cicada, or D, Robert Fly?
Dylan, you son of a bitch.
Ooh, that was Barry. You're gonna have to do a tiebreaker. I think it was Russell.
Okay.
You leave it up to Barry. We're both going to say the same thing.
Yeah, we're going to say the same thing.
All right, you both say the same thing. Say it. 1, 2, 3.
Mosquito.
Correct. I might have been
like
Russell. I think maybe Russell.
There were a couple tricky questions.
Yeah.
A couple tricky questions, Dave. But other than that, I felt like I was on Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader?
Well, you aren't.
I mean, that is the correct answer.
You're right.
So, point for Dave.
Point for me. I win.
Dave gets points.
Did we tie or did I win? Find out next time.
Oh, that was so close.
Oh, do it again.
Oh, it's fine.
Oh. Barry, let us know, please. Or D, Robert Fly. That is all I had for Hanging Big Brain with Dave.
Hanging Big Brain with Dave!
Yeah.
Hanging up some good brain.
Yeah, we hang some good brain today. But unfortunately... Excuse me. Unfortunately...
There was almost a mess on the table.
As long as the only mess was almost on the table.
Unfortunately, that means it's the end of the show.
Oh.
Because this has been the DQP Weekly. I've been, yep, boy!
Yep, boy!
And with me, as always, is the Shane Dog, a.k.a. Shane Nasty.
Ew, that's gross.
Also with us is Russell the Love Muscle,
Oh, yeah.
a.k.a. Producer Russell.
Thanks for listening. Check us out on Facebook under Drafty Quarters Productions. Please follow us on Instagram and Twitter. We post stuff now. Guys, seriously. Well, not us, but
we hired
someone to post things.
And it's not me.
Her name is Rachel. We want to give her a shout out on today's
Rachel.
episode as she started today.
Oh, really?
So, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. When we get off of here, you can get on Instagram and Twitter, and there will be posts on our social media. So, shout out to her. We want to thank her for being awesome and coming to help us out. So definitely go.
Yes.
Yeah, go follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Even though Twitter's got its problems, go ahead and it'll all get sorted out. Maybe we'll
Hopefully.
see,
or it'll go away.
Yeah.
One or the other.
Who knows? Yeah. And please join us on Patreon for $1. $1. You can help make a difference in our lives by supporting us. If you enjoy the show, please go support us. General tier. Our general support tier for $1 a month. Help us get to that goal of 1,000 people giving us $1 a month.
Please.
Yes. And if you have questions, comments, concern, emails. It's been a few weeks since we've had an email. Been a few weeks. If you have an email us at draftyq@gmail.com.
You should email us. It's fun.
Yeah.
Please email us. Does that work? Specking work?
That's it. I'm going to send it back to Dave for the sign off.
Hey, it's me, Dave, again. I didn't go anywhere. But, I don't know. Thank you for listening. We love you. I love you. I'm getting bitten by a crocosaurus.
It's a zombie crocosaurus.
Crocosaurus.
That's unfortunate. That you
Oh
just got
no!
bit.
I'm a zombie crocodile now. So you won't see me next week.
He'll just be like the whole time.
Thanks, Dave. I'm just in a cage in the side of the room.
Aw, you're the next Justin Long.
Wait.
Tusk.
Wrap
okay.
it up, guys.
Okay.
I tried.
We'll catch you on the flip side. Don't let your meatloaf.
This has been a production of the Drafty Quarters Podcast Network.